Hey, I'm Matt. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Oh, sorry. I had to wolf down my lunch. Oh, excuse me. Because I spent all day at the lawyer's office. Or all morning at the lawyer's office. And I'm running about 10 minutes behind schedule on my way to work. And I basically had to run home, run inside. My beautiful and amazing wife packed everything for me. Packed my my lunch, had my bag I take to work ready, had coffee ready for me. I don't know what I could do without her. She truly is my best friend and the best thing that's ever happened to me, with the exception of my children being born. With the whole thing with the lawyer, I don't know, I feel so many emotions right now. Of course, I'm sad by the outcome, which it wasn't ordered by a judge or anything. I said, look, okay, you can have exactly what you want. And so yeah, at the same time, I am relieved. It's 14 years of fighting will finally, hopefully, be over. I hope will be over. And I just hope that in the future, that my son will be able to understand what happened and understand what I did and why I did it. I did add a couple stipulations to the custody thing. I just had one thing defined, clearly defined, that we've been having an issue with. I had that clearly defined, and then I added a mutual protective order, mutual restraining order, meaning that with his mom and his stepdad and me and my wife, we can't go over to the other's house and vice versa due to things that have happened in the past. And the final stipulation was that I could write a letter to him and have the lawyer pass it on. So, and yeah, but I don't know, I just feel so many emotions right now. I am truly sad. I am truly sad. I am. But I have to hope that understanding will come, and that things can be different in the future. Sometimes, and yes, I'm quoting a DMX song, you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, that's how you know. And I want to give a message to my son Quentin. Just in case you didn't read the letter, and if you are watching this, okay, I will always be there for you. I don't care how long it's been since we talked last. If you need me, I am there. Okay? If you just want to talk, I'm there. Okay, if you get in a situation you need help with, I'm there. Okay, that van looked like it was going to cut me off. If you're upset and just need someone to yell at just to get things off your chest, I'm there. Okay? Trust me, I'm really good at being yelled at. I excelled at being yelled at in the Marine Corps. I excelled at it, being yelled at in the Marine Corps. So, and even now, I'm really, really good at being yelled at. So, but I do love you. I have always loved you, and I will always love you. I know you're at a time in your life where things are changing and you don't know what to think, and you know, believe it or not, I've been there. Okay, I have been there, and I also know that coming from my mom's side of the family, I have possibly passed on a history and even genetic makeup, you know, all that, of mental illness. Okay? I know that it's my fault that has possibly gotten passed down to you. And I also want you to be very careful, because with that mental illness also comes the addictive trait. Okay? Challenge yourself from time to time, like I have done. You can remember where you were younger, I would stop drinking soda just randomly. I'd stop drinking soda. I'd stop eating red meat. You know, I stopped smoking cold turkey. I would challenge myself to give things up, just random things. You know, be like, oh, I'm going to stop doing this, just to prove to myself that I did not have that addictive trait. Okay, I've given up alcohol before. Heck, I gave up alcohol for 6 or 7 years. Just once I got out of the Marine Corps and I was around you more, I completely stopped drinking for like 6 or 7 years. Just, you know, because you and I were in the same state, and I always wanted to be able to be there for you. And so I quit drinking. Okay, I just want you to know that there is that chance. Okay, but you always have to challenge yourself. You always have to remember that you are in control of your body. Okay? And your mind. You are in control of your body and your mind. And I am sorry about how things have worked out. Okay? I am sorry. I wish things could be better. I know our relationship changed when I got married. I know our relationship changed when I got married. And then it changed even more when your little brother, Ronnie, was born. I know that, okay? And I know he was born on your birthday, but that was it was not intentional. Okay, matter of fact, we begged the doctor to do it differently, but they just so happened to do a stress test on that day. They were doing them weekly. They did a stress test on that day, and the doctor said that the baby was under stress, and they had to do an emergency C-section. Okay, that was not intentional. Him being born on your birthday. Nose itches. Oh, I gotta make up some time. That was not intentional. And I know when I got married, you also instantly got an older brother. And I know you were used to, around me making everything about you and surrounding you. And I understand that. And I understand things changed. Okay? And I've always loved you, and I will always love you. This, just I'm sad, but at the same time I'm relieved. This is 14 years of ongoing fighting. And I am hoping that this finally puts an end to it. I am hoping strongly that this finally puts an end to the fighting. I'm not going to cast blame on either party, because honestly, both parties do deserve the blame. I mean, your mom and I, we both deserve the blame. We both brought you into this world. And I do not regret you being born in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Because your mom and I did not work out, that's not on you. Okay, that's not on you. And I remember, and I know your entire life that you remember, your mom and I have been separated. I understand that. I understand that your entire life that you remember, your mom and I have been separated. And I apologize for that. And, oh, excuse me. So, yeah, I wasn't meaning this to be a message to Quentin. I doubt he ever sees this. But, I just hope it's finally over. I hope it is finally over. I just find it kind of ironic that I confided in someone, telling them that I was tired of the fighting. I was tired of the stress. I was tired of the burden, financial burden, and the stress it was putting on my other children and my wife, myself. You can do anything you want to me. But when I'm looking into my wife and children's eyes, and I'm seeing the stress in their eyes, and I'm seeing the financial burden I'm putting on my family, and not to mention, the message that I was being given. I confided in someone and told them that I was to the point where I was willing to give up fighting. I was willing to give the other party whatever they wanted. And that got back to me. But I should have expected it. So, yeah. Also, my family reunion technically starts in 27 minutes. Starts in 27 minutes. The check-in time at the group campground is 27 minutes from now, which I need to make up a little bit of time. I can still get there on time, but the Marines, if you're 10 minutes early, you're 5 minutes late. So I doubt I won't be late, because I usually get there about 20 minutes early. I'll just be cutting it close. I'll be able to clock in on time, no problem. No problem. It's just I like to get to my station before I clock in. But yeah, family reunion now starts in 26 minutes, and I would love to go. Ronnie loves the family reunion. In fact, it'll be January, and he's asking me, well, how long do we have until the family reunion? But because of things that have been happening, the new financial burden I'm under, and conflict I'm having with family members, I really don't feel like going to the family reunion and having certain individuals constantly talk about me and behind my back, which I know they're going to talk about. Oh, yeah, you just cut that guy off. What are we doing? On the left lane, we slow down to 40. You don't realize that both those lanes exit. But, yeah, I can't right now. Not with everything that's going on. I mean, I love the family reunion. I love the family reunion. I love my family, my extended family, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. But it's life. So, yeah, there's been a cycle of abuse that I want to put an end to. So, a cycle of abuse that my entire life I've been told it was my fault. Told it was my fault that I had a family. That it was my fault that I ruined Christmas, made the individual punch me in the mouth. You know? That's been my entire life. And I want to reiterate with my son, I have never once, ever, even been accused of laying a hand on him. Never once. Never once have I ever even been accused of laying a hand on him. Because I never have. I have never once laid it. Okay, the last time I got in a fight, 2003. I was in the United States Marine Corps. We were stuck on ship. Or this was we had 8 months. We were on ship for 8 months, and we went almost 2.5, maybe even 3 months without seeing a port. And we were in surge berthing, so basically the beds are right next to each other. And the guy next to me, who I was friends with, I was on my bed, he was on his. Ship was rocking, and that's not a euphemism. No, the ship was actually rocking. And we kept bumping into each other, and kind of give an elbow like, hey, back off. And it turned from just a little elbow saying back off to punches being thrown and slapped, and then one of us fell off the bunk, and that was the end of it. Because once one of us fell off the bunk, the other one stuck his hand up, and we high-fived, and we continued to be friends. That was the last time I've ever hit anybody out of, anger or trying to cause harm. Okay? I've never once laid a hand on my son. I've never once done that. I have barely even spanked him. Okay? I've never once laid a hand on him. Never once even been accused of laying a hand on him. So I just want that to be out there, okay? I've only ever wanted what's best for my son. And, I just can't wait for the day where people stop telling me who I am and start looking at who I am. So... But, life happens. There are bumps in the road. Like, one of my old gunnies used to say, when crap happens, you pause, take a knee, collect yourself, and push forward. So right now I'm pausing and taking a knee. So, and, friends who have been there for me, my old Marine Corps buddies, everyone in the survival punk group, TV Chips. I'm sorry, I know your name. It's like I'm afraid I'm gonna butcher it. You have been talking to me straight and giving it to me honest, like a real friend should. You told me exactly where I screwed up, that I need to pull my head out of my rear end and fix stuff, and you are 100% right, and I greatly, honestly appreciate that, okay? And also Pete messaging me, being there for me, just lending an ear and talking. Even when we talk about nonsense, it's still helping. Scav on Facebook, dude, we've met one time in person, and you're like a brother to me, honestly. And, we rag on each other back and forth, but when the chips are down, you're there. I know if someone looked on the outside, they'd think we hated each other. But you're there. Michael and your wife, Andrea, y'all are both there for me. And everyone who's been there for my wife, reaching out and comforting her, So I appreciate everything. And my friends at work who took the time to get to know the real me and don't listen to all the gossip and did not believe that I was holding a gun to my family's head, and then I was waving the gun around, and then I was holding my family hostage. Those people that did not believe that and waited to talk to me. And well, it's easy to find out that I did not wave a gun around. I wasn't found with a gun. I didn't hold a gun to my family's head. There's always that YouTube video where my wife said that she never felt threatened, that I never threatened her or my kids. But, just search online. It was July 9th in Norman, Oklahoma. And search online to see if Matthew Philip French if I have any criminal charges against me or pending. So, yeah. So I just, growing up, I always dreamt about being a father. Always. Please tell me you don't have the turn. Fart. They have the turn blocked off. That's one more thing I need. Even though technically right now my work's right there and I'm 17 minutes early, but I still gotta drive to the parking lot. It's a big parking lot. I gotta walk through the building, and it's a 1 million square foot facility. And yeah, it's a large building, but I'm not worried about not clocking in on time. So, matter of fact, that's one of the biggest things my wife and I fight about, is being on time to places, because her and I have a different concept on time. Her and I have a greatly different concept on time. She's the type that, okay, the thing starts at 10 o'clock, so let's get there. Let's shoot to get there at 10 or 10-ish. And I'm like, okay, the thing starts at 10 o'clock. It takes 15 minutes to get there, so let's leave, let's plan to leave 45 to 30 minutes early, but, yeah. But I love my wife. Okay, back to what I was saying. I dreamt about being a father. When I was little, I dreamt about being a father. I love being a father. The first time Austin, my stepson, but he's my son. The first time he told me he loved me, I cried. Okay? And I don't force it on him. I'm not like I am your dad. You know, I'm like, no. You know, yes, I've had to get on to him, and yes, we've butted heads a lot, but you know, the first time he told me he loved me, I cried. You know, you're kidding me. Forgot my badge. Yes, I'm an idiot and forgot my badge. Do what? You're the employee parking? Yes, employee parking. Thank you. Alright. Oh, my badge was hanging up on my keys. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I always dreamed about being a dad. And you know, there's sometimes I'll call my wife and I'm like, put Ronnie on the phone. So, but yeah, I'm here at work and 14 minutes before I have to clock in. So, I'm here in plenty of time, but I'm still in a hurry because I like to be in the building. Is that AJ? So, alright, well, I will... Bye.